8:22 this morning, Britain's final tribute to Queen Elizabeth is happening right now. The Queen's coffin is making its way to Windsor Estate. Active to today's events is University of Florida doctoral candidate Jeffrey Jones. Good morning. Thanks for being with us, joining us via Zoom.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So as we know, every detail was planned. Would you share your observations, whether it be the procession that we have been watching or the funeral itself?
Yeah, thank you. So this funeral itself, the main architecture of it has been planned for many decades. This is the largest state occasion really in 70 years since George VI, the late Queen's father, died. But the Queen, we know, had many personal contributions to this service, including, for example, the bagpiper you saw at the end of the service at Westminster Abbey, as well as the floral arrangements were chosen on the Queen's coffin by King Charles, her son. And so many small pieces that fit into this huge formal state occasion as well. And reflections on the service, what I think really sticks with me is the diversity of the participants, both in the guests, of course, but also in the service itself, featuring members of many and nearly every religious community in Britain, as well as every Christian church in the United Kingdom. And I think that's something that would not have happened 70 years ago, and so really shows a much more ecumenical, a diverse religious service in that way.
I thought it was interesting also, there had been some discussion evidently among the royal family as to whether or not Prince George and even Princess Charlotte would be in attendance. But I've been reading this morning that the thought was that it would be important that they be there to show to the United Kingdom, to the people around the world, that the British monarch is in fact strong, and it extends into the youngest of the members of the royal family. Does that not speak to the Queen's dedication, as we saw certainly during the service itself, to religion, but also to family?
Yeah, I think so. And, it is important to remember that this is, like we say, an enormous state occasion, but also the funeral of a woman, a 96-year-old woman, and who had a large and loving family who, are constantly in the public eye, but also are grieving for their mother, grandmother, and the youngest prince's and princess's case, great-grandmother. That also ties into the whole idea of keeping the monarchy relevant and attempting to keep it popular. And Britain, I think, exactly as you say, to show this sense of continuity, a sense of family continuity, and a sense of continuity for the institution. And that really is something that goes back many centuries, that the British monarchy has attempted to show this family line and a...
With Dean Allard from JU, but could you talk a little bit about what's next for those countries in particular, since we are very likely and have already started to see a shift?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Queen's death brought the idea of the future of the monarchy and the ability and their right to choose their own future as well.
Jeffrey Jones joining us live via Zoom, a University of Florida doctoral candidate, helping us have better perspective, since you have studied the British monarch for many years, of what we are experiencing this morning. It's truly history in the making. Thank you for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.